So I thought I'd go through the process of setting up the fourth movie for Legendary Encounters, an alien deck building game. As you can see, you start out with a vast array of mini decks, but it doesn't take too long to sort them out and set them up. So the first deck I'm going to look at is the list of sergeants. Now these are obviously identifiable because they have the same picture on every card. Shuffle these face down and they go in the sergeant space. A special space on the board. Very easy, very simple. The next simplest one are the wound cards that you can pick up nasty, horrible wounds as the aliens attack you. Again, this is a case of shuffling in card sleeves, which is all very slippery. That goes on to the strike space, where they start sliding around. Another little deck here is the location, or obviously on the Riga. So we put that in the location space. Then we have 3 objective cards, which are numbered 1, 2 and 3, and they're placed in order, face up, in the on the objective spaces. Next up, we have to build up the Hive deck. This is where all the monsters that form part of the scenario come from. And you have to do this in reverse order. For instance, on this card, you can maybe just see at the bottom there, it says breakout number 1. That's one mini deck. There's this second one right down the bottom again. You can see there's a number 2. And then there's the third one, which is number 3. Now you have to do these in reverse order. And you have to make use of this deck to build each of those mini decks. This is the drone deck, which is just marked here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle this drone deck. We won't use all of this. Okay, so now I pick up the scenario mini deck. This is the number 3. Turn it face down, give it a shuffle. So I don't know what order those cards are in. I then take 3 cards from that drone deck and I shuffle those again. So again, I have no idea what's in that deck now, except I know it's got 3 drone cards, and then I place that face down as the bottom of the Hive deck. I now do the same with deck number 2. Number 2 on the end. Again, quick shuffle, so I don't know what order they're in. Then 3 cards from the drone deck added in, face down, no idea what they are or what order they're going to be in. Give that a shuffle. And I add that on top of that Hive deck. And it all slides around. And then finally, set number 1. Give it a shuffle again, so I don't know what order stuff's in. And 3 more drone decks. 3 drone cards from the drone deck. Shuffle that. And then that goes, again, face down on top of the Hive deck. So we've got the 3 parts of the scenario. Each has a number of drone cards in it, and they're all face down in the right order. So this is what's left of the drone deck. I'm returning that to the box. What's next? Okay. This is the Hive deck. Sorry, the Hatchery Deck. Get the names right. It's got a mixture of horrible nastiness in it. That goes face up in the hatchery space, because whenever you use a card from the hatchery, you're normally told to go through the hatchery, pick up a card of this type and do whatever it is you've got to do with it. Next up, we're going to build the Barracks Deck. This is where you buy cards from. Now, most scenarios, I think all of them in this game, this is made up of 4 sort of character decks. So this is the, I can't even read it, Christie deck. So all these cards are marked as Christie, because this is the 4th movie where that character comes from. Then we've got Jonah. Again, these are all Jonah cards. Then we've got Call, which I think was the synthetic, memory serves. And then of course you've got to have a Ripley in every deck. These all get put into one pile and given a jolly good shuffling, which I'm not doing here. I'll have to reshuffle this before I actually play, but when you do it, once you've got the cards sorted, you get them into this deck. Crazy mad amount of shuffling, and then that forms your Barracks deck, and you should do a better job of shuffling than I just did. Now let me just get these cards out of the way, because these are ones I'm not using. Okay, you also get to choose avatars that you're going to play during the game. They're marked avatar, and each one has a matching card that will go in your startup deck. Okay, now I'm picking 4 avatars, in this case the Mercenary, the Researcher, who gets their own card as well, and Technician, again with his own special card, and the Synthetic, again with his own special 0 cost card. Now each of these 4 characters will start with a deck of cards they can play with, which are made up of these recruit cards, which are called Specialist, and they're all worth 1 when you're buying characters, and Grunts, who have 1 combat value. Both of these cards are pretty useless, but each of my 4 characters will get 5 of these Grunt cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These other ones go back in the box. Each of these 4 avatars will also get 7 of these 1 recruit cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These ones left over, back in the box. Now, I showed you that each character has 1 special card that goes into their deck. So I put that in this deck. Take this one, that goes in the next character's deck. This one, and the last one goes in there. So each avatar has its own personal draw deck, which includes the special card, the recruit cards, and the combat cards, and they all get shuffled together, so you have no idea what you're going to first draw, and then that gets put with the avatar. Same for the next one. Again, a lot of shuffling when you start up this game. So that deck gets shuffled, put with its avatar. Whoa! Slippy card sleeves, dropping them everywhere. That gets shuffled, put with its avatar. Last one. So this is the last avatar's set of cards. So each player now has all the cards they're going to start with, and the next thing you do before you start is you start drawing cards from the Barracks deck and lay out 5 of them. These are going to be the cards that are available for you to purchase. And there you are, you're now ready to start playing, except that each character will draw the starting number of cards from the top of their deck. Like that, put those cards in their hands, and you're ready to start.